She's been one of the most popular judges on television for almost 30 years. Now Judge Judy Sheindlin is back with a new series, but this time she's looking back. In Justice on Trial, 8 landmark cases are recreated with Sheindlin on the bench, allowing viewers to decide for themselves whether they believe justice was properly served. Let's take a look.
We're taking landmark criminal cases and recreating them using our own trial lawyers.
Do you have to always tell the truth to a suspect to get them to volunteer a statement? No.
And yours truly is the judge. I control this courtroom. Do you want to make a speech? Go outside.
I had a chance to sit down with Judge Judy to discuss this series, the increased threats against judges, and the road not taken for her. And we are so excited to have Judge Judy with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So you have said judges are people too. They make mistakes. Give us a sense of what Justice on Trial, as far as looking back at cases, what it means for viewers.
Well, let me give you an example of the case that celebrates its 100th anniversary this year. Tennessee versus Scopes was about a teacher who decided to teach his students the theory, Darwin's theory of evolution. And in the state of Tennessee at that time, they had a law that prohibited the teaching of anything other than creationism in schools.
In this state, the state of Tennessee, the only thing that may be taught as to the origin of man has to come from the Bible.
We still today are fighting over what we can and should teach our children in school. Who's in charge of making that decision?
Do you want government to dictate what your kids can learn in the classroom?
What I'm hoping is, by looking at these seminal cases that form the basis of our justice system, people will have a little bit more of an understanding of, yes, judges get it wrong sometimes. Sometimes police get it wrong. Sometimes a prosecutor gets it wrong. Sometimes because of a mistake by a police officer or a prosecutor, a guilty person goes free. Is that just? Is it reasonable? These are things that we will explore.
How did you go about choosing these 8 cases?
Well, I like to think there was a little bit of a committee. We wanted a smattering of both civil and criminal cases. We wanted them to somehow be connected, even old ones, to what's going on in our country today.
You mentioned one of the cases. Let's talk about the case of the diplomat who was accused of child abuse and why you felt that was so significant.
Well, it was significant for me because I did have a hand in that case. Terrence Karumba is a 9-year-old boy who has allegedly been abused by his father, who happens to be a diplomat from the country of Zimbabwe. My ruling in that case, as a family court judge, you really had to massage the law a little bit to keep and protect that child by not turning him over immediately to his father. He really abused that child, physically abused that child. And when the government of Zimbabwe said, we want these people returned, the city said, we want to keep him. What's just? Is what happened fair? When you follow the law, sometimes you place someone at risk.
You've been doing this for decades at this point, not only just in a courtroom without the cameras, but then also with Judge Judy. How did you feel about this project? Did it feel exciting? Is it scary to do something
A little
new?
bit scary because it took me out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is sitting and talking to you or hearing cases and with certainly no script. But I think that if you're smart, you always try to reinvent yourself, keep yourself current.
Don't retire, reinvent.
Don't retire, rewire.
Rewire. Oh, I like that even better.
Don't retire, rewire.
I'm curious in this current climate that we find ourselves in, whether it's politicians who may not like the ruling of a judge who say, oh, they should lose their job, they should be impeached, or more recently, this ratcheting up of threats and crime against judges. Your reaction?
I don't know when the anger and vitriol started. It seems as if it's been with us for a very long time. I think the vitriol on either side, and there were probably 6 sides, are by small numbers of people we tend to go on the internet, or if you're watching television, go to those stations that tell you how smart you are because you having these celebrities agree with you. That's what we do. It's an echo chamber. It reinforces itself. And I think it's a mistake when you only have one perspective. I don't know how that's going to get fixed.
Next year will mark 30 years since you launched the show, Judge
Yes.
Judy.
Yes.
I am curious, is there a road not taken for Judge Judy? Had you not ever donned the black robe, is there some other dream you had?
Well, when I was 6, I wanted to be a ballerina.
Mm-hmm.
And my father told me that I should sue the city because they created the streets in New York City too close to my behind. You needed longer legs to be a ballerina, is what he was telling me. I wanted to be, at some point in my life, a veterinarian. I love dogs. And then the same father explained to me that it all sounds very cute. You can touch puppies and you can play with them, but you also then have to take a dog's temperature. So I gave up that profession. And then as I got older, he said, you know, you have a gift of language. Why don't you think about going to law school? I fell into the family court through a friend, and I was very fortunate to find the right home. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes serendipity happens. I was lucky.
We are all very fortunate that you found the right home. Judge Judy, we thank you.
Thank you, Linsey. It
so
was
much
lovely.
for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Justice on Trial is now streaming on Prime Video.